Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa. And we are going to take that hot rod, Triumph Trident 660, out for a blast of a ride. Wahoo! Sweet googly woogly, does that thing sound good? I'm digging it. Look at that thing, just spins around in a circle like nothing doing. Wahoo! This thing jumps. Absolutely jumps. Me gusta mucho. Ho ho ho! 660cc inline triple, dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, 6-speed transmission, slipper transmission I might add, all with the amazing Triumph quality and smoothness. Let's do the spin test right here. Wheelbase on this hot rod is 55.2 inches, I believe. That's 1402 millimeters. 1401 millimeters maybe. Holy moly! It's a rocket ship. It is a rocket ship. 81 horsepower, 47 foot-pounds of torque. That's 64 newton meters, I believe. It's just a little hot rod. This is a real hot rod. This is a pay attention to what you're doing bike for sure. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Look at this. Just spins around in a dime. Gives you 2 nickels change. 310 millimeter dual disc brakes on the front. Nissans with dual piston calipers. A 255 millimeter on the rear with a single piston caliper, I believe. Nissan. Fabulous brakes. I mean to tell you. Handling is superb. It's got a monoshock on the rear. You know what? We haven't gone this way in a long time. Let's go this way. It's a monster. Oh my goodness, this thing is a ball. 31.7 inch seat. I think that's 805 millimeters. Look at this, just like a little rocket ship. Seating position. My knees feel slightly lower than my hips. My heels are behind my knees. I am leaning forward to the bars. I believe the front has 4.7 inches of travel, about 120 millimeters, and the rear about 5.3 again, or about 135 millimeters. Boy, it just goes through a curve like nothing doing. It's a really nice motorcycle. It's got to be one of my favorite bikes. It's so single-purposed. Fuel tank is 3.7 gallons, I believe. I think it's 14 liters. And wet weight is 417 pounds, or about 186 kilograms, 185, 186 kilograms. This is Iowa's busiest intersection right here. Good grief, cars everywhere, right? It really dances. I mean to tell you, it really dances. What a hot rod. Monoshock rear suspension. The front suspension is fixed. You cannot adjust it, but it's tuned very well, at least for somebody my weight, up about 200 pounds. And of course, it's got that amazing Triumph fueling. Handling is superb. It does these curves like nothing going. Boy, the shifter is incredible. It just works so well. This does not have a quick shifter on it, but you can get that as an option. The very nice, well, Triumphs are just excellent transmissions. Excellent power delivery, excellent everything in that sense. That's one of the things about a Triumph. They are very good at what they do. They make excellent motorcycles. Fast motorcycles. Excellent handling. Superb braking. I mean to tell you, real machines, real machines. Alrighty, let's do the hill spin test. Nobody behind us. Sand everywhere, of course. What did I say, 55.1 or 55.2 inch wheelbase, about 1402 millimeters. If you're ever in Martin, get yourself over here to the Derailed Grill, try their Wahoo burger. This is a little slingshot. Boy, the brakes are excellent. Just fabulous brakes. Performs. The handling is, it just feels so good, you know. It's almost, it does what you think. I mean, literally, it's just that good. And I really do like that display. Boy, that is so easy to read, so easy to see. Let's run down here to Motorcycle Park and get the other camera out and do a little bit of a walk around. Wahoo! Nifty little ride around the block on that little hot rod, huh? Check that thing out. Isn't that just a sharp looking machine? So, it's the Trident 660. It's got a dual overhead cam, 81 horsepower, 47 foot-pounds of torque, 64 newton meters, 6-speed, slipper transmission. We already talked about the brakes, 310 millimeter. Look at those disc on the front with a dual pot Nissans, one on each side. An inverted fork, 41 millimeters, 4.7 inches of travel in the front. That's about 120 millimeters, and about 4.3 inches of travel with this monoshock on the rear. That's about 135 millimeters. Seat height is 31.7 inches. That's 805 millimeters. Wheelbase, 55.2 inches. That is 1,401 millimeters. Fuel tank, 3.7 gallons, 14 liters. Here's the good one. Wet weight, the crazy wet weight. 417 pounds. That's 189 kilograms. That is amazing. And this bike is just an absolute hoot to ride. Starting at the front, beautiful little fly fairing. Jumping over here, it's got frame slider bars right there. It's got the rear peg delete kit with the covers right here. Well done. Oh, tail tidy. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Very well done. These tires are Michelin Road 5 on the back and on the front. The size for those are 120/70/17 on the front, and the rear is a 180/55/17 on the back. So you got 17s front and back. Look at that tire. Isn't that just a meaty thing right there? This particular bike has bobbins on it. The bike does not come with a center stand because of the exhaust pipe, how that's situated. So liquid cooled, there's a big old radiator. This one's got the red on the edges, the red right here, a little bit of red there. It has a stainless steel exhaust. Check that out, the triple pipes. Isn't that just gorgeous? A friend of mine had one of these and he put an aftermarket on, just from here back, and it really changed the whole, you know, the music that the bike played was a little more, it was a little more vocal, let's just say that. I love the styling of this thing, you know, the shape of the tank, the way they've done this little indent here for your legs, and that makes a lot of difference, by the way. I just love all of this, you know. Just looking at this now, I'm noticing that the frame actually does, the engine actually does hang from the frame. So the frame ends right there, and then there's no frame below the engine. Fender, beautiful seagull wing, kind of a swing arm right there, and I love the adjusters. Isn't that just beautiful? Well done, well done. Me gusta. Check out this side. So here's the shifter. Shift points right here, goes this way. Actually, the shifter's up here. The pivot points right here. Shifter runs this way. You can get a quick shifter that goes right here. And that's a pretty neat add-on. A friend of mine had that on one of his, and he just loved it. I've heard that's really quite a thing to have. If we get a chance to ride one of those, we'll have to do that sometime. Coming up here, look at this little aircraft style filler. Beautiful. Key goes right here. And then jumping up here to the, let's do these. Flash to pass right here, or maybe that's just high-low. Over here are the pads for the LED here, for the TFT, I guess it is. Not sure what this is. We'll turn that on in a minute and check it out. Blinkers, mode button, horn. Over here, kill switch, run switch, and start switch. Hazard lights right there. The brake lever is adjustable. Jumping over here. So color TFT, very readable. From when I was riding this bike, that's something I could see very easily. The information was right there. Great big shift number right there, so you know what gear you're in. It's got an oil light, engine light, ABS light over yonder, and I'm sure there's a neutral light in there too. So very easy to see. When I was riding the bike, I could really see that easy, and I think that's a good design. Even when it's off, it looks good, huh? Quite a motorcycle, quite a motorcycle. I just love the whole thing. I just love the whole thing. And if you're in the market for a near used Triumph, Royal Enfield, classic British bike of any type, need accessories, parts, bits, backpacks, shirts, shoes, gloves, winter gear, anything at all, get yourself down here to the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa, to Baxter Cycle, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, it's a beautiful day out, and I'm going to go ride some more motorcycle. Wahoo!